What's up, everybody? My name's Casey. I'm a farmer here from West Texas, and today is November 11th. In the past, I guess 11 days, we've received around 5 inches of rain, filling up all our tanks and saturating all our fields. But luckily, we only have 6 fields left to harvest, 315 acres or something like that. Not too many acres, but it will be a challenge to get in there and get it stripped. Cotton's all pretty good, and the ground is just completely shiny, silty looking. We have a big challenge ahead of us to figure out how we're gonna go in and harvest those crops. We have another chance of rain on Sunday, 20% chance. I don't know if that'll turn into anything, but right now we are on a rain delay. Hopefully here before too long we can jump in there and finish harvest. I hope y'all stay tuned and continue to watch videos of us harvesting in the mud. Next day, November 12th, and today I found one field that I think we can get the drill moving on. So we're gonna crank this rig and move it here in a minute. Got drills full of seed, tenders full of seed. Hopefully we can go knock out that quarter. There's 150 acres there. I think we can get probably 80% of it. If not, we can finish that up tomorrow and move on to the next field. Hopefully have another day of drying on the other fields. We're right there at that limit. We've got a chance of rain coming in again Sunday and Monday, and those were 20% chances yesterday, and now they're 55% chances. So oh boy, I've got 2 empty totes on this truck. This truck is what I tender my sprayer with all year. I'm going to remove these 2 totes, set them aside, and I've got fresh water in this tank. I'm going to run through this whole system, make sure everything's clean, fresh. And luckily, when we built this truck, we put drain sumps on everything, so this truck drains out completely, and you don't have to worry about anything freezing and busting. I think I'm going to unhook this little box blade. We hooked it on the other day. I thought, oh, that'd be simple, but the more I drive around, I've found some pretty easy fixable washes. Before we sow them in wheat, I would really like to smooth some of those areas out. But this is just a little, I don't know, 10-foot box blade, help smooth the dirt off. Definitely have enough horsepower here to pull it. Hooked on a 320. Generally this little box blade is what we use like with the 4560, but it's tied to a module builder. It's a pain in the rear to unhook a builder, especially if we might be using the builder here in the next day or so. We got Albert going to sow some wheat. Got our seed trailer moved over there. Probably go catch some of that here in a little bit of the muddy field that he's going into. It's the driest one we got. Now we're gonna take 8320 and we're gonna unhook the box blade. And I've got a big articulating drag road grader blade that we're gonna hook on there. We had that clevis off because we had the buggy on that tractor, but now that little box blade hooks on with a clevis like this, but the big blade hooks on with a bull tongue, more like that. So we have to have a pin to hook it on. So we'll get her fixed up pretty quick here in a minute. All right, got it unhooked, pulled the pin, and then now it's fast. This is where that big green clevis goes. We're gonna stick the clevis on, and then we're gonna hook it on to this articulating blade. As you can tell, this has like a bull tongue in the front of it, so it takes a pin, so we have to change clevises there. But this blade here will fill in some of those washes real quick, real easy, and won't take no time. This thing has a whole bunch of hydraulic hoses. It's got 8 different hydraulic hoses. We put a, what is that, a zip tie on the right one. So it's always zip tied on the right side. So that way you don't get your hoses backwards. But as long as you can remember which side the zip tie's on, is it on the wrong side or it's on the right side? Isn't that right, Cheeto?
Yep. That helps a lot.
Every time.
Hey, don't bring
Ever
that
plow.
up.
Ever plow. It's on the right. One is up, 2 is side to side, 3 is left and right, and 4 is those wiggle wheels.
Okay.
Found the only spring in West Texas. It's just a little bit of a problem.
Spring when you don't want to spring.
It's draining the lake.
Right into the lake. Hopefully that's all it does.
Whew. It's a 5-wire fence and a highway. This were to blow out. It's a lot of water to come rushing through there. I think it'll be fine.
Now I've been here a long time, maybe it's hard.
That's a new term of saying damn it. Okay, just made it over here. This is what I'm talking about. I got some little washes right here that are kind of cut out of my field. This is my farm right here. This is my brother's field right there. Conversion ditch kind of cut here to keep my water off of him and to keep him off of me. Problem is these terraces right here drain out this way. Well, this terrace that's up here drains, and it drains so aggressively that it gets up on my flat ground and it kind of works its way down, and then it sheds back off. What I'm gonna do is, while this dirt is soft, I'm just gonna grade this back up. In that one hard spot up here, I had a really hard time grading it out last year to grade to where the water won't do what it just did. But I can shave on that, and I can pull that dirt away from that terrace to make the water run to where we're wanting the water to go. And that way we're not eroding our cropland. Never had this blade until last year. This blade flat gets it done. when I bought this blade, I did a lot of dirt work with it right off the bat. This is one of those projects I worked on, and for this to get roughly 5.5 inches of rain, and this is all it did, the ground got too hard for me to dig anymore with this blade. So right now is a perfect time for me to come in here and finish shaping this off. I kind of expected this to happen, but essentially I'm just taking the dirt that I got out of the ditch and I'm just feathering it back up here. But there's one place that's really hard right here where this terrace comes out. That's where the water is jumping out into my field. As you can tell, there's a big lake over here, so the water wants to go this way, but these terraces divert the water on the side of this hill, and they actually drain out on this side and go down there and hit a diversion ditch and go down to the lake bottom. Okay, on to the next one we go. The next field's got a lot more work. This is just a little patch job right here. Right there, that's the culprit of the problem. Water runs right out of there and comes too far, and this way it'll have more of a embankment on my side to where it'll drain out. But Albert's over here sowing, getting a lot done. This is, like I say, the driest field I got. There's the wheat trailer, there's the pickup. We'll go check on Albert quick. Ground's still this black. It's muddy. But what else do you do? So here goes. We're just putting the seed down in the ground just deep enough to get it covered. As you can tell, the drill's just pretty muddy. A lot of times I like to sow the wheat at an angle across the row. If you sow with the row, you'll get a row unit right on top of a row of stalks here. And I don't really like that because, one, it'll wear the drill out trying to avoid the stalks all day. So where we can, we try to kind of hit them at an angle, and that keeps a lot more even tension on all the springs kind of getting to float versus one row just pegged up the whole time. We'll have to come back later and shred these stalks out of the field. We can't shred them right now due to the ground's too wet and we don't want to pack the rows. We just want to put minimum passes on it. The ground's still just black muddy. Oh, it's hard to grade, but I got done what I needed done. You can tell in the ditch there, it's just glossy. Right here, passing another one of my dad's farms, it's just water standing out here. Luckily, we've gotten most all these fields over here harvested. Like I say, we only have 300 acres left. It's getting cloudy out. We're hoping today would be a better drying day for stuff to dry down. It hasn't dried down any. Well, next day here, yesterday we bladed and bladed. Got quite a bit done, but under farther investigation, I've got a couple other places that we can go. Got my buddy with me today. He couldn't stand it. He said, "Dad, I'm out of school, let's go." So that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go get some stuff done. So y'all stay tuned. Cheeto. There goes Cheeto, hauling seed. Sure enough. We're maybe back in the saddle. We're gonna move. We got, everything's been in my house. Got a farm way down here. We haven't stripped yet. It looks to be the driest. It's kind of on a big slope. So maybe we can jump in there and get it. We're gonna try to maybe pull a module and just see kind of what happens. All the rest of the equipment we're leaving there for now. If it looks like it'll go, tomorrow morning we'll move the rest of our equipment in and we will continue with our harvest.
That's a module builder right there. We are headed towards the field after a 10-day break. The rain really got got the best of us. We had 3 days left. And now those 3 days might be a week of stripping here and there, because it seems like every weekend we get a good rain. And I just got caught up with the module builder. My tractor can go 26 miles an hour, but the cotton stripper and the module builder tractor can only go 20 miles an hour. So once I catch up to them, I gotta slow way down, and that is the part where it gets bouncy. So I'm gonna bounce along behind them and see if we can get some cotton strip. It's muddy. So this cotton, it all kind of looks like a rag that got wet. You can see it's all hanging down. There's the seed exposed, but the water just washed it. It's not real fluffy anymore. But the inside of it is still pretty good. It doesn't affect it, it doesn't look as pretty, and I guess it's sticking a lot more. And these are also tall plants. These tall plants never do want to strip all that pretty.
Well, got a muddy mess. We brought one stripper, one buggy, and one builder over here just to test it out, see what's happening. As you can tell, we just sliding on mud here. Tires are muddy. Hard to steer. Ground's muddy black. Cotton's tagging terribly. Plants are just really tough due to the moisture in the ground, leaving a lot of burr on the stalk. This is a different variety. This is a seed block. Stoneville 6000. As you can tell, the cotton just looks pretty sad. It's been rained on. It's had 6 inches of rain on it the past 11 days. Burrs are real tough. The conditions to harvest right now are just not ideal. But we have a chance of rain, possibly an inch coming. Sunday, Monday. And for us to get done harvesting, we need to start right now. So some fields might just look shaggy. But what do? Wait for them to get an inch of rain on or a possible hailstorm and you won't have nothing to strip. So goal is to get as much done as we can. Got my brother, Tyler, running the builder. Tito's in the buggy. Tomorrow we'll bring more people, more crew. That's probably going to conclude today's video. So thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and tune in for the next video of a muddy harvest.